I almost don't want to open this. This is the very first issue of Animals and You, which is one of the magazines I read constantly as a child. Absolutely devoured it. And I bought this on eBay for not a lot of money. It definitely was under £10. I can't remember exactly how much. When it arrived, I was really surprised to see, first of all, it still has the gift. Whether or not that will disintegrate when we get into it, who knows? But also that it was still in the original packaging. I'm not going to turn it over because it's actually got the address and the contact details of whoever bought this first, and I don't, or whoever it was sent to, and I don't want to give those details away. But I was genuinely like, this is sealed 90s. This was released in February 1998, and we have some kind of sealed special look at the 90s here. So I'm kind of excited to see what the actual magazine itself is like. The smell, I'm very curious about. I'm really nervous to open it. I feel like I shouldn't be opening it. Like, I don't collect anything anymore, but when I did, I was always an out of the box collector. I was never that bothered about preserving things, but this just it feels wrong. Oh, it definitely feels like I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, trying to not rip into the magazine itself. There we go. I'm just gonna remove that with the address details on it. Okay, so this is honestly a little bit bizarre. In terms of the smell, it doesn't smell too much actually, which is kind of a shame because I really like musky book and magazine scent. But that is just, the cover itself is absolutely beautiful. I think that looks really gorgeous. The gift, I'm actually going to leave in there, but I'll just give a kind of closer look. It's a little dolphin bracelet. Maybe even something I had once upon a time. I don't remember it. So, great, new girls magazine for the 10 to 7s. It's very late at night. For the 7 to 10s. I was 6 when this was released. In fact, I was 5. It was about 3 weeks before my 6th birthday. But I feel like it would have been a suitable age for it. So this was always a classic feature. Life with Lucy. Lucy is almost definitely no longer with us. But yeah, this was a comic strip that featured in every single issue, at least for as long as I can remember. Life with Lucy was something I always really enjoyed reading. Choose your best friend. Every year, thousands of dogs are abandoned and neglected. I apologise if you can't see everything in the camera, but we have something about the National Canine Defence League, which I have never heard of. They are all absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Look at that face. All about cats. Kittens in the Kitchen, definitely had that, loved that. Was a big fan of the Animal Arc books. Very cute. Wendy Turner and the classic Rotastack hamster cage. I think everybody who had a hamster in the 90s and early noughties had a Rotastack cage like that at some point. They were very iconic. Precious Pets, that's not something I recognise. Don't remember that. It's quite weird as well having a magazine where there are no like letters from readers, because obviously there were no readers at the first issue. Spice Girls. So Victoria. They've paired them up with different animals, which is rather delightful. Of course, Baby Spice is a basket of kittens. Is that a red setter? I think it is. Feel free to correct me if that's not the case, but I think putting the Spice Girls in definitely dates it. I was a massive Spice Girls fan, so that definitely would have appealed to me. Also, I love Mel B's coat. I hope that's not real fur, because that's slightly awkward if it is. Puzzles. Bambi. One of my favourite things about Animals and You was the poster. And that is just absolutely gorgeous. Not sure if you can see this, but the print, there are a lot of blue lines there. I don't know if that's something that's happened with age, or if it's just a really cheap print. We have We Love Ponies. We have 3 girls who have their own ponies. I did horse riding for a little bit, not too long. I rather enjoyed it. Something I'd love to do again at some point, but Wendy. I don't remember this. I don't remember this comic strip at all. I don't know if it was just a one-time thing or if I just don't remember it. If you do remember it, please feel free to let me know. Wow. I can confirm that Tesco digestives don't look like that anymore. But if I had this issue, I 100% definitely would have made those biscuits. Definitely would have tried my hand at those. Just icing some digestives. That's absolutely adorable. Oh, we do somehow have letters from children. How have you done that? I'm not entirely sure, but maybe they just got some children that they knew. Who knows? Even some drawings as well. I often wrote into magazines with drawing and things, but nobody ever showed any, much to my shame. I'm not an artist, needless to say. Oh, you get a cute puppy badge. That's actually adorable. Nice little reader story. How can you have readers? You're the first issue. Then we have a delightful dolphin poster on the back. So that is a beautiful little snapshot of what was the start of my love with his magazine. Maybe I read this issue, maybe I didn't, but either way, that's pretty magnificent. I don't know if they still do Animals and You. I hope they do. I'm not completely sure, but I'd like to think they do. But either way, that's a beautiful little previously concealed look at the 90s. And I have to say, it's a little bit emotional.